Let's go. Indeed. We don't have to look up there anymore.
I know, but I was making sure that I was in the camera, which I've got to lean forward in the one shot.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Okay. All right.
So I'm just trying to make sure, like, I'm not lean back, cut off.
Okay.
I'm just double checking.
God forbid we have to sit up like an adult.
Oh, I hate sitting up. I do it all day. Well, no, I don't.
I sit up all day. You stand up all day. Yeah.
Normal days.
And I don't sit up all day, by the way. I'd be just
Slow.
like the South Park World of Warcraft guy.
Riding dirty.
Yeah, exactly. Ultra dirty. Welcome everybody to Leave It at the Table. It is a beautiful Thursday night. Got some much needed rain in the area today.
Yeah, it was frustrating. but that's for since I'm not installing window treatments right now, it kind of put a hamper on the little things that I could do. Because they had a couple things lined up for me that I was going to be able to do, but unfortunately, most of that stuff was outside. So then I was just left to sit around and do a bunch of nothing.
I'm trying to train my eyes not to look up there because we did take advantage of that situation, which we're going to get into.
Yes.
Took advantage of an opportunity for me today. I was like, so when that happened with you, and I knew Jeffrey was off today. I started thinking this morning, I'm like, I wanted to do this a couple weeks ago, but I also wanted to come up with a good idea in my head to make our stream just better. Because I think our show is good. No, I don't think. I know our show is good. We obviously our sponsor just completely bailed. Not our fault, right? But, well, that's not going to help the quality of the show right there.
I am the quality of the show.
Okay, all right. But okay, so obviously like we're not upgrading cameras anytime soon. But we have good cameras, so how do we make the most out of what we have? So I started to brainstorm and I started to get this little noodle going up here, and I called Jeffrey on my way to work this morning and I ran it by him and he thought it was a great idea. And so then I called you and said, "Hey, this is what we're doing." And then there was like obviously one little holdup with it. Where the guest situation, but that's something that we'll figure out going down the road. This guy is just
redressing.
Yeah, we got to figure some stuff out. There's some rearranging that has happened today, and we have completely redone some stuff to make this stream just look a lot better.
And if you see us fidgeting, like you've probably already seen, if you see us fidgeting with what we have, it's just us trying to figure out the best way for us in this situation.
Right.
And the unfortunate thing right now is the only way you can know if something's going to work is if you try it.
Yeah. So with that being said, obviously we've got the one-shot view here, which is kind of how we're going to open the show every single week.
That way people know we're still actually in the same room.
Yeah, we're still in the studio. We still got the backdrop. But, Jeffrey, if you don't mind going to the new split screen. Boom. We opened this bad boy up, and I kind of thought it would be better for us to be closer because, like, I was watching our clip last week, and we just it looked bad.
We just seemed far away.
Right. So I think that
that's better.
This kind of setup right here gets us kind of better suited for when it's just us, at least. Like, obviously, we'll probably end up on the one shot when we do have a guest. We got a lot of stuff to move around still. Excuse me.
Well, we have to be on the one shot at least once per show so people can see that I still am wearing no pants.
Well, probably on the intro and the outro, I would think. None of us are wearing pants tonight, by the way.
Yee.
It's Khaki Nation, boys.
Hey.
Speaking of Khaki Nation,
what are you wearing?
Are you about to switch that camera over to yourself, young man? All right. So we also wanted to do our producer some justice, right? And because Jeffrey has become a bigger part of what we do here.
Yes.
And we want him to continue to grow into that role. He is here every week. He helps us. And so obviously we don't want to put him over here because there's a lot of moving pieces to being a producer of a show like this, which is why we added him because I was doing all that. And it was like, well, in order for us to have a better show, we need somebody to do that. So Jeffrey came and he's been awesome. So as he continues to grow on a microphone, as Drew said earlier, he is the 2021 Drew Gorman.
It's wild. I said a little bit ago, I've turned into Nick Gurley where I'm on the show. It's my show.
Yeah.
And then the social media guy who reads out all the comments, who announces things, is the guy who's asking the questions, is now Jeffrey. It's wild seeing the progression of everything.
And so Jeffrey will be chiming in here and there to read some comments to us, because one thing that I think that we kind of got away from is, and obviously next week Danielle is going to be joining me, sitting in that chair right there. But after that, it's going to be you and me again, because we want to get we love having guests, but I feel like we need to get back to this show being Kyle and Drew. So that is going to be a big part of the future. But also Jeffrey will be in studio every week. And Jeffrey, if you want to go ahead and switch it over to you and introduce yourself, boom.
Here we go. This is the new camera setup we did before the show today.
We got the little Starship Enterprise.
Oh yeah.
So Jeffrey's over there with the old 3 screens. He'll be reading all your comments. He'll be highlighting some of them and helping us out. So it's pretty cool. So with that in mind, Jeffrey, I know we got some viewers out there. Let's shout some people out.
Okay, we have ADHD Acres out there saying, "Hey boys."
Kyle McAlpin, shout out to that guy, spending a couple days in the armpit of the state of Florida. Definitely the best thing to happen to Gainesville in a long time, though, with him making an appearance.
We also have Rachel Wright over on YouTube saying, "Hey."
Very familiar with her. Love her.
Who's that?
Bo Green saying, "Yeet."
Yeet.
Shelby saying, "Hey, howdy ho."
Shelby, I don't know if she wants me to put it out there, but her baby's coming very soon.
Frankie, what's up, fellas?
What's going on, Frankie?
No, I'm just kidding.
He turned to you, and I was like, and you were staring at me, and I'm going, someone's got to say something.
That's my mama. Love you, Ma.
Danny G, the rain was much needed. Baited work insane.
That's female Danny G. For
Female
those
Danny G.
listening at home.
Thank you for the, because I was like, why is Dan Gonzalez talking about the rain in New Jersey? Like, yeah, the rain was much needed up there. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you guys getting rain really helped us out down here. All right, what we got?
Dave saying, "What up?"
That's Dave Ham. What up, Dave?
Bo saying he likes it.
All right, Bo.
ADHD Acres also saying very, very nice.
Little Jeffrey here. Got it?
Yep.
Very nice. Very
Danny
nice.
G, female Danny G, I should add. "I like this view. I don't have to squint." Lamau.
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 Lamau. I ain't never.
Lamau. I've never in my
Hold up. God.
life.
What just happened? Did you just have a stroke?
Lamau.
That's how I pronounce it.
That's how you.
What'd you just do over there? What is happening?
I'm throwing it back.
Hello. Okay.
Back
We're
and
good.
forth.
We're
Are
back.
we?
That no. He's talking. My mic.
Got scratchy.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute you while you fix that. You need
No,
to
it's
unplug it.
it's fine.
Okay,
It's-
all right, we're good.
It's
All
just if I move it too much, apparently, I just found that out. If I move it, it turns me into a scratchy man.
Scratchy man. Speaking of scratchy man, Lamau, what else we got?
That's
Rachel over there saying, "Show us Jeffrey." Brandon Guthrie looks professional. Very nice.
Brandon Guthrie, shout out to the dog. Go Knowles.
Show us Jeffrey. Show us. Oh wait, you're already
Matthew
looking
Lawley,
at Jeffrey.
what's up? ADHD. Oh my.
ADHDkers.
Yeah.
Lamau.
ADHD Acres.
Hey, put this man on a mic, baby.
A change every once in a while is a good thing. I rearranged my studio today.
Yeah, me too. Hey, shout out to everybody watching. Hey, and if you are watching, hit the share button, share the love, tell everybody about us, help us get the word out about this show, because we're working hard to make sure that we put the best show possible out there for everybody every single week.
Exactly. We do it all for you guys. We wanna have fun. We have fun doing this, but it's not possible without you guys.
Absolutely. I mean, if you're doing a show for nobody, then it's kind of like, obviously, you want to grow, and you have to start small in order to grow. Like, if you talk to any professional wrestler, like, most of them have started wrestling in a gym in front of, like, 8 people. So you obviously, you understand where you begin, and you want to start there, and, you have to grow. But it's just a lot better with interaction every single week. So anytime.
What you looking at?
I don't know. I got to train. So anytime that there is stuff for Jeffrey to read off to us, the big comments, or just like a check-in here and there, feel free to take over whenever. So that's on you. So that's going to be your thing. So speaking of your thing, who has 2 thumbs and is doing a show tonight? Me.
I
Not that guy.
I still have 2. They're still here.
So tell everybody about your thumb, Drew. Come on.
So Friday afternoon, I'm at work and I'm installing a shutter. Lovely shutters. Well, one of them decides to not really fit in the window, and like I've done a million times over, I had to cut it down. So I pull up my little box cutter, start trimming it down so it fits into the window. Well, I had been diligent about not cutting towards my finger. Well, I still had to have the shutter. I'm holding the shutter down with my left hand as I'm coming through with the knife with my right hand. Well, I had been stopping. Let me get into the camera. I had been stopping short of my fingers because I didn't want to cut them. Well, and then I would start again. Well, I guess I had done that enough times that it had cut through what I was cutting, and I didn't realize it. And so as I started coming through, I was taking my time, and the next thing you know, it hit a spot that I had cut through a couple times and sped up, and it went right through my finger. So in the moment, I was like, oh, that doesn't feel good.
Yeah, fair enough.
Looked down. I was so bloody that I couldn't see my fingernail. Immediately ran downstairs. The homeowner's there, mind you. Ran downstairs, got my finger under a sink because I'm like, okay, just wash it out, make sure it stops bleeding.
Yeah, usually when you put water on an open wound, it stops bleeding immediately. So that was a good idea.
Yeah, well, it never stopped bleeding.
I don't know if he... That's sarcasm. Have you ever had an open wound?
Yeah, but
Okay.
I at least wanted to clean it out, and I didn't want just blood gushing out of me.
Fair enough.
But I didn't have anything else, and in the moment, I was in shock, so I had no other plan of action.
Right.
So I just started rocking and rolling. I was like, I'm just going to go to the bathroom and try to wash it out, and because
You obviously don't want to get blood all over their finished walls.
all over their house, I was on carpet,
Right. Oh.
and then if I go outside, then I'm just dripping blood in their driveway. Like, I had to figure something out. So I'm sitting there washing it off, and ended up I had tape I had tape on my chest from the shutters, so I was able to wrap it up to temporarily stop it. Went into her kitchen, grabbed everything. Long story short, I know that's crazy for me. I ended up mandating it. I went and got some gauze from the van, wrapped it up, got some blue painter's tape from the van, wrapped it up again, went back to work. I had already called and told everybody in the office, and they were like, oh, you need to go get stitches. That looks bad. And I'm like, I'm fine. I don't feel woozy. I haven't lost that much blood. I was in Niceville, so I'm like, I'm 30 minutes away from work at the time. It's Friday afternoon. I just need to get done with this so I don't have to come back
Right.
for like 3 shutters. There's no sense in me having to come back for this when I'm already here and I can physically get it done. So ended up finishing the job, installed the rest of the shutters. And then on the way back, Michaela had her performance on Saturday night.
Shout out to Michaela for that, by the way.
She did wonderful. She was great. And if you want to watch her do some aerial silks, go look on my Facebook post. I shared a post that her dad had posted with the video.
You should put it in the group.
I will put it in the group. It is really, really cool watching, like, and knowing the backstory of her practicing and working on it and trying and just seeing the progression of her excitement as well as her being into it a lot really made me proud.
Right.
But also, so going back to my story, I'm driving on the way home Friday afternoon going, I need to get this taken care of, address the wound, but it's on my hand, so I can't do it all with one hand to clean it and all that. So I called my in-laws. Well, my in-laws met me at the house. I start to unwrap it, and my mother-in-law looks at it, and she goes, Drew, you're probably going to need stitches. You need to go to the doctor, like, right now. And so I looked at it, and I was like, oh, yeah, you're right. The cut, for graphic warning, we don't want to show the pictures. If you want to see the pictures, reach out to me, and I'll send them to you. The flap of skin that I had cut through under my Band-Aid had folded in and was not going to heal properly. So at that point, that was when I was like, yeah, for it to heal properly, I definitely am going to need stitches. Because if I would have unwrapped it and it would have been stayed like it's supposed to, like just a straight slice, I think I would have been just fine. Because I would have never gone to the doctor because it would have healed on its own.
Gosh.
But I needed stitches to pull the skin from the right back to the left. And it was god-awful.
My ADHD brain in the middle of that was like developing something that I wanted to say last week that I didn't say that has absolutely nothing to do with your finger. But so I just want to let everybody know that we are now recording this to put out in podcast form.
Yes.
Every single week. Well, not every single week. Like when we're doing food challenges or something that like really requires the visual aid, we're not going to record those episodes. But so I'll start sharing the podcast link every week in the group as well. That way, if you're not able to watch live, you are able to go back. But if you are listening to this on the podcast feed and you somehow found it randomly or however, check us out. Go follow or go subscribe to Leave It at the Table on YouTube, or also just find us on Facebook. We're there as well. We have a fan group that you're more than welcome to join. If you just request to join it, we'll let you in. One thing that we're really looking forward to that we've kind of, I'd say we're about 65% in on right now is we're going to Podfest in January.
65.
Well, we still got there's still moving pieces. We're 100% in, but we've got some stuff to figure out. I mean,
I thought you were mad at me.
No, it was so it's okay. So Drew is one of the worst people in the world at texting back. And if you know me, you know that like
if you don't text back about something that he's excited about,
we're just not going to do it.
Yeah. You're dead to me.
Essentially, yeah. I mean, practically.
It's a dead mission.
No, so we were planning on going to Podfest, which for those of you who don't know is a big podcasters convention that happens down in Orlando every year. Dan Gonzalez is gonna come down. I'm gonna say fly down for now, even though he says he's gonna be moving closer to us.
Yeah.
But for now, we're gonna say Dan's gonna fly down from New Jersey, and we're all gonna go together to represent Leave It at the Table, and obviously him and I will be representing the Know It All podcast, and we're gonna use it as an opportunity to figure out how we can grow, make the most of what we got, make them like trying to find new followers, and we're also gonna use it as an opportunity to just kind of learn. Or not learn. We're going to use it as an opportunity to put our names out there.
Yeah.
Get a lot more business cards printed, pass those out while we're there. Like, hey, QR codes, like this is our podcast. Check us out.
And I feel like it's a good way for us to kind of get out there and see what works. Because as much as we're doing what works for us and making what's best for us, who knows what someone else has up their sleeve that has less money or we could see something that we're like, ooh, I like that, or something, or a segment that we could be like, hey, I want to adopt that idea. That's a great idea. How can we twist that to work for us? Yeah, because I doubt we're the only low budget podcast in the world. So 100%. Yeah, Jeffrey, before I keep going on a tangent, what do we got over there?
We have Shelby saying the baby's coming October 14th, if not earlier.
Okay, I knew the date. I just didn't want to I didn't know if she wanted that out there or not. So
you say if not later,
if not sooner,
not earlier.
If not sooner. Okay, so
I was hoping it would come sooner. So Dave would be like, "You want my Florida State Miami tickets?" And I'd be like, "Oh, I guess."
You're not going to be there for the baby?
I mean,
I'm just the uncle.
I'm just. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about it. Like, I'm gonna see that baby a lot. A top 5 matchup between Florida State and Miami with College Game Day there in the morning.
They both going to be top 5 by that point?
I don't know. We'll see. Florida State plays tomorrow night at Virginia, and I'm sweating it a little bit. So we'll see. But to not make it about sports, yeah. All right, Jeffrey, back to you.
Matthew saying it better not come the 13th. That's my birthday.
You don't have to read them all, by the way. I obviously I want to shout out people, but
well, Shelby and Matthew were talking in the comments
they're
here
back
about
and forth, huh?
Yeah, they were going back and forth about it.
They're fighting over the baby.
Yeah, I know.
Long story short, my butt. I just happened to look over and
Yeah.
see Dave talking shit.
What's he saying? I can't read a single thing on that screen now.
That's good. That's what we want.
Yeah.
The only reason I could see it is I had to look here. Go ahead.
Dave did say, long story short, my butt to Drew
Yep.
because he did not have a short story there.
Well, once I got to the end, I said, long story short. And then
He got halfway through and then said, well, long story short,
because I started thinking about it, I'm like, I'm telling you guys all the details, and I can already see it in Kyle's eyes. He's like, okay, we got other stuff we got to talk about, my guy.
I don't really have anything scheduled for tonight. I mean, Jeffrey's we have a continuation of last week, which, by the way, if you guys are in the comments right now, once again, hit the share button, first of all, right? But if you have anything that you want to ask us or talk to us about or hear us talk about, pop it in the comments. If you want our opinions on something, pop it in the comments. Just kind of let us know. I mean, we're just kind of free range in this conversation. We have no direction coming in. We're just kind of letting you guys know what we're doing, letting you see that we're making changes to try to improve the content as much as we can. And I think we're doing a good job. So
It works for me. I'm enjoying the sitting in my own chair.
it's nice.
As much as I do like the couch, sitting in the chair, like, whenever you called me, whenever we talked about it this morning, you were like, the words you put it in, you said, I want you to sit in the chair we bought for you to sit in.
Yeah.
And as soon as you said that, I was like, yeah, I like that idea. I do like this chair. It sounds dumb to say it out loud, but I mean, it makes it's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole point. And plus, it creates more of a
Cadillac.
Cadillac. Remember Family Guy? He's like, I'm having a heart attack. It creates a more of a visual conversation between the two of us. Oh, you didn't like that, did you?
Oh, as long as it ain't the Braves, because them boys, hee.
Thoughts and prayers for Kirk Herbstreit next Saturday, because that man's going to be in Tallahassee. I can't. Every time he talks, boy. All right, Jeffrey, let's go back over to you and either read questions or comments to us, or read your first question to us.
All right. Female Danny G said, picture for picture, I want the thumb. I'll show you my toe I sliced off.
Fix your mic again.
Okay,
That's weird.
it's weird because
I'm gonna unplug it. I'm gonna mute you. Unplug it. Plug it back in while Jeffrey reads comments.
All right. Bo Green, duct tape works wonders on cut fingers. Done that many of times. Shelby calling you a big dummy head. Drew. Sasha saying
Drew's having a hard time finding the hole. There he is.
Sasha saying sounds
I had to
gnarly.
look at it. I had to look at it first. Sasha said what?
Sounds gnarly.
Oh, it was lovely. 5 stitches later on a Friday evening.
On a Friday of all days,
Yeah.
by the way. Just
The Friday before co-ed Worlds at that.
what a tragedy.
Okay. I see you.
Oh, what an absolute disaster.
It was huge.
It was terrible. What do you got, Jeffrey?
Jenna Miller, shout me
yeah.
out. Big fan.
Big fan, huh? Nice. Shout
Sh-
out Jenna.
Shout out. Oh, she said shout out big fan or
First time watcher.
Shout me out,
First time
big fan.
caller.
oh, shout me out. I thought she was shouting. I thought you said shout me out like Jeffrey shout me out. Shout out Jeffrey.
Shout her out.
Like what?
Hi, first time caller, first time listener.
Okay.
All right, you guys ready for my first question?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Have you ever felt out of touch with someone that's around my age?
Around your age.
Yes, around my age.
Earlier tonight, there were a lot of words that you were saying about like the different setup of stuff. Like I'm that just could be that I'm not technically mentally oriented, but there were a lot of things that you were saying. I'm going, what?
My boy thought PTZ stood for potato tacos.
I still have no idea what PTZ is.
Me either. I just know that it edits the position of the camera. I don't know what it stands for.
I ain't got a clue.
PTZ. First person to comment what PTZ is, Jeffrey's going to Venmo you $450.
Okay.
Oh, Fitty. It's going to bounce like
Yeah.
Tigger.
He's going to attempt to Venmo you $450. All right. Feeling out of touch with your generation that is a constant. I will say your generation is extremely funny because like Tyler's part of your generation. And I don't know if this is, golly, I doubt he's watching. So we'll shout him out. Generally, your generation is extremely lazy. It's just different. Now Tyler works hard; he has a good job, but it's generally speaking, I feel like that's a very lazy generation. So I feel out of touch in that manner. Well, like yeah,
For me, since you bring up Tyler, it made me think.
excessive usage of a word that we're not supposed to say.
What? Oh. It took me a second, but I got there. It might be the people pleaser in me, but I always want people to like me. And so whenever I'm around someone of that generation, and frequently recently, it's it's been mostly Tyler, but I've been kind of, anytime he comes around, I kind of mess with him, and that's why I always wrestle with him and stuff like that, because that's how he always wrestles with you. He wrestles with your dad. He wrestles with Dave.
Yeah,
so that's how I feel like I fit in.
Bond a little bit.
Yeah, bond with him. So
bondage with a 20-year-old boy.
At least he's over 18, baby.
Look that one up.
So, but yeah, that like I said, that might be the people pleaser in me, just wanting to be able to relate to someone of that age.
Right.
So it's a little. I might be a little difficult in answering that question, but yeah, it's definitely a clash of mindsets.
Yeah.
And that's even from me to Kyle. There's a clash of mindsets because we're technically still in the same generation.
Yeah, but there's a 4-year gap there, and it's meaning
exactly. There's big differences between the two of us, but that's also America. That's what makes the world different.
I'm like twitching, trying not to read the comments.
You over there tweaking?
Like my dude, I literally feel like I'm stressing out. Like it's gonna be something to get used to.
Why am I not reading this? You got any more of them comments? Tyrone Biggums.
You got any more of them comments, Jeffrey?
I do.
What's the for?
I don't know.
Female.
I just imagine that's what they say.
Ezra?
Female Danny G said PTZ stands for pan, tilt, and zoom.
Yeah, dummy.
Hey, that makes sense.
Pan, tilt, and zoom. How do you not know that?
I mean, Ginger.
Potato taco zingy? Like, come on, man.
What's a zingy?
I don't know, but I want to find out.
I'm here for it.
Potato tacos from Zaxby's. No free ads.
There are zingers. Isn't that like a little Debbie zinger?
No,
Dude,
Zingers is Zaxby's. That's something at Zaxby's. I know that.
But I also think zingers are like a like a ding dong essentially.
Yeah.
You like
'Cause I
ding
know-
dongs, Jeffrey?
Yeah.
All I care about is ho-hos and ding-dongs.
Man didn't put it on himself. This is actually irritating me. I can't believe people sit here with this microphone and it just drops. I remember somebody complaining about it. Nobody's ever fixed it.
It was me.
So here we are.
I mean,
Tribal Chief gets it. He'll fix it.
Zingers is a Hostess snack cake.
It's Hostess.
Hostess, not
And-
Little Debbie.
Zaxby's. From
Okay.
Zaxby's.
There we go.
So we're all right.
Yeah.
Also a line of 1970s model car kits.
Oh, well, that was my next guess.
I would have never got there.
Yeah. How did you never had a model car growing up? Come on, guys. It's terrible.
Where'd you get your model cars from? Hobby Lobby, baby.
Harbor Freight, believe it or not.
Kmart.
Oh, dude, the old Kmart model cars were.
Hey, Kmart slapped back in the. Kmart walked so Sam's could run.
I remember going into Kmart and they had a pair of FSU sweatpants, and I was like, "Oh, that is dope." So Kmart was not Sam's. Kmart was like Ross before Ross, or like TJ Maxx before.
Yeah.
Like, truthfully, it was like a hyped up version of those.
Well, I was saying Sam's Club because they had a food court.
That's true too. Well, some of them, the ones here in town didn't, but Panama City's a dump, so that makes sense.
Well, the one I had in Louisiana did.
Yeah, well, not all of us are from Louisiana,
Well, I figured it was all of them. I've only been to a couple.
so
They're not around anymore, my guy.
it was a pair of FSU sweatpants, and it was like they were dark red, not garnet. So you knew it wasn't Florida State red, right? Like it wasn't garnet. And so you turn it to the side, and there's a damn, like, you got the Florida State logo like on one side, and on the other side was the South Carolina Gamecocks logo. And I'm like, I got a picture of it out there somewhere. I'm like, how the hell did somebody mess that up, dude? Like, no, like, I'm a Seminole fan, but I love Alshon Jeffrey, so here we are.
Marcus Lattimore, baby.
Dude, Marcus Lattimore was a dog. A one-legged dog, but a dog.
Some of my favorite in the town that I grew up in back in Louisiana, next door to each other was a Movie Magic, like one of the old. It was an off-brand Blockbuster where you could go in and rent out movies, games, stuff. And next door was the Kmart. So we used to go do, on Fridays, Mom would pick us up from school. We'd go do all our shopping at Kmart, get everything taken care of. And then we'd go to the Movie Magic, and we were able to pick up whatever we wanted. Pick out a movie, and then we went home, a movie or a game, and then we went home, and you did that's what you had for the weekend.
Hell yeah.
It was a blast.
Had to move it off me because I'm getting messages about the show. People saying it's good. Brandon Guthrie messaged me and said he's when we're in Orlando, we'll have to hit him up. I would love you to meet Brandon. Great guy. Let's see. Nothing else really relevant to the situation. Okay. Jeffrey, any comments or next question? I don't know if the comments are
No new comments, really, other than a sanitizer emoji. Just read the comments. Lol. I never thought it was professional. I like the interaction from Shelby.
Okay. That's fair. I mean, I just kind of wanted to add more of a it's a learning curve. I wanted to add more of a role for Jeffrey to kind of jump in. So we'll still kind of peek over at the comments.
I need my binoculars if I'm going to peek over.
I'll peek over at the comments. I'll hit them every now and again. Jenna Miller said, shout me out, and then just probably completely bailed on the show. So it's like,
6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other. But we'll figure things out.
Yeah, it's a learning curve, Shelby. All right?
Yeah.
Ready for question 2?
I'm ready for question 2.
What about you, Drew?
I want question 5.
Now, I want question 17.
Because we've already done 3 last week, and we just did another one, so it is question 5.
It is question 5.
Boom.
Oh,
If you could relive any year from your 20s, which one and why?
That's a good question.
It's difficult, dude, because like for me, obviously 2018 was a very special year. Rachel and I got engaged in 2018. Carson was born in 2018, but also like my grandmother died, my ninny, in 2018, and Hurricane Michael happened in 2018. So that was an absolute roller coaster of a year. So it's hard to say that I would want to relive that because becoming a dad for the first time was like insane. Off the top of my head, I think I'd have to go back to 2013 because that was Rachel and I had just started dating. So that was cool, right? Like
he's saying you are 20, not the 20, not
Yeah,
the
right,
20
right.
somethings.
Yeah, I know. But I was like 2013, I would have been, what was that, 12 years ago? So I would have been like 22 years old, 21 years old.
Okay.
So that's a year from my 20s. So let me finish. Shithead. So yeah, I think 2013 because the Reds were the best team in baseball that year. They had the best record in baseball at least. They got swept out of the damn first round, no hit by Roy Halladay. Who got the last laugh? I'll let you Google that and figure it out. And then Florida State obviously won the national. They won it in 2014, but the 2013 season was the undefeated season for Florida State, and also the Miami Heat won the NBA title that year. So a very good year in sports for me that year. Probably the best year of sports I've ever had. So 2013, 21 years old, and I mean I turned 21 that year. So
I'm gonna say 2019. When
you're still in your 20s.
Last year, my 20s. I'm 29.
Yeah, but I mean, but you've got
I'm a couple months from.
You can pick this year.
Nah, I'm not gonna pick this year.
It's been a weird year for you.
It has been a weird year.
Wouldn't say bad, right? But definitely different.
Yeah, different. But I'm gonna go with 2019 because I was married. We were living in Chattanooga, living around a lot of other LSU fans, so it made the year very exciting. I was playing a lot of softball. It was just an all around great year. And then all hell broke loose the next year, obviously. But but I think 2019 I'm 29 now. How 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
There you go.
29 minus 6, so I was 23. I'll go with 23.
COVID year 2020, I was 28 years old. Listen, dude, COVID sucked, but that was a kind of a dope year. Obviously, not really the start of it because that was when Kobe died, and that was heartbreaking. But 2020 is when I started the Right On Sports podcast that year, and that's what that if I don't start that, then that doesn't develop into where we are today.
Yeah.
So I started podcasting in 2020, but also, dude, my cardiologist when COVID happened was you cannot work. You cannot go out until we know what this is. And so I was getting paid to sit my ass at home, and I got really good at Fortnite in 2020. Dude, we did nothing. Carson was very young. Our rent was really low because we were splitting a big house over there at in Southport. And it was freaking sweet, dude. So 2020, even though COVID, that was a pretty solid year for me.
That was the year that I ended up moving here.
Oh, see? Look at
that. Michaela was graduating from college that year and already had a job lined up here. And we were already set to come here, but it was going to be after she graduated, and we were supposed to go to Greece that year for her graduation trip, which coincidentally enough, we're going this Saturday.
Heck yeah. Looking forward to it.
Oh, dude. Cannot wait. Yep. Cannot freaking wait. But yeah, it's that ended up moving here a couple months early actually, because we were going to move after graduation, and ended up moving here. I drove down April 1st. April Fool's Day. I drove down April 1st.
What a terrible April Fool's joke on the rest of Panama City, by the way.
Me coming to town, baby.
It's never ended.
And started work the very next day.
Hell yeah. Did that answer your question?
I think so.
Do you like how you ask the question and then it we turn it into rants? That's my favorite thing about the Q&A podcast episodes for us. Is it the questions get asked and we just go on tangents about stupid stuff?
Yeah, because he was talking about what he's probably looking more philosophically what did we like about our 20s? And we're over here well, I got to sit around and play video games the whole time.
I heard a lot. I used to hurt a lot less. That was pretty cool. I would love to have that back.
Yeah.
I used to be skinny, which I'm actually working on that.
Did COVID took that from you too?
COVID and then the knee injury last year amplified it. I was already big, and then when I got hurt, that your boy got it's bald.
It's difficult whenever you're used to your metabolism is so high and you're used to eating a lot, and then you go from being on your feet and moving all the time and doing stuff all day every day, and then all of a sudden you're I physically can't.
Yeah, I got the biggest I've ever gotten last year. I mean, and I'm almost back. I think I hit this week. I should hit the since I started 5 weeks ago. I should hit minus 20 this week.
Yes.
So I'm almost back to like I'm about 20 pounds away from my pre-injury weight. And I've got a long way to go. I've got a goal in mind. Like, I'm not going to put my weight out there for everybody, but like, I've got a goal in mind. So we're working on it. I know that it's showing a little bit. It's just mostly up here. I need this sumbitch right here to go bye, but it's going to take time, and I understand that. But I have been doing really good. I wake up at 5 o'clock every day. I walk 2 miles. Like, I know that other people are like, I'm going to get up and run, but listen, dude. Walking burns just as many calories. I know you can go further, quicker running, but for me I wake up at 5, I walk 2 miles. It takes me about 35 minutes, and I come back in, I take a shower, and like the routine's there. Like by the time I get done with the shower and everything, it's time for Carson to get out of bed and eat, and it's working. So, and I've also been I'm on a medicine that's helping me, that's suppressing my appetite. I'm eating less often. I just had like half of a burrito for dinner. So
do the meal replacement, the like shakes and stuff.
I thought about it,
Muscle
but
milks
it's
and stuff
hard
like
to
that.
find those sugar-free that don't taste bad because I've also just completely like sugar's gone. Like I've completely like my doctor was like, you need to stop eating sugar, like because you're I'm also like pre-diabetic, so which is like the least of my concerns right now. But so Jeffrey, next question or comments or whatever. Are you gonna say anything tonight?
I am. I'm gonna let you go on your rant.
We put a mic and a camera on you. You can talk whenever you feel like it.
You can cut us off, dude. You're allowed to do that.
So Shelby wants to know how your grandpa is doing, Drew.
He's doing. It's one of those where a couple of months ago, he had good weeks and bad weeks, and then it slowly morphed into good days and bad days. And here this past week, it's been good hours and bad hours, and the time is slowly getting closer and closer. But whenever my dad had to go back to work today, so they ended up leaving yesterday. But the week whenever my parents first got there, they saw an uptick of his vitals and everything was getting better. It was staying about the same, so he was doing good. And then while they were there, he slowly started declining. And one day they woke up, like the couple days leading up, he was responding to everything that they were saying, and everything was fine and dandy. But he still wasn't like getting out of bed or anything. He was back eating, and everything was getting better.
Right.
Well, then one day he wakes up, and they went to go talk to him and everything, and he couldn't respond. All he would respond with was he would repeat what you would say, and it would be in a low tone of voice. So they were like, okay, brain function, everything, vitals they weren't good, but they weren't like, okay, we got to take him to the hospital. It was like on the verge of it. So they thought that was going to be the last day or the last days. And then the next day he woke up, and he was back answering questions, was able to talk for himself, was able to think and say stuff. So we know the time is coming.
Right.
It's just when at this point.
And it's the kind of thing that you think you can prepare for, but like when it actually happens, it's like it's not. Yeah.
And I know stuff like this is never convenient, but it'd
be damn good if it didn't happen while you were in a different country.
I was hoping it was either going to happen earlier in the week so I could go and take care of it.
Yeah.
I hate saying it that way, but go and do it.
Right.
Rather than them possibly having to, it happened because I'm leaving from Saturday and I won't be back till Sunday. If it happens during next week, do I ask them to hold on so I can go back
right.
for it, or do I say go ahead and take care of it? Or
Right. Yeah, that's I get. Yeah, we don't have to keep talking about it. I get. Yeah, but I damn it, that sucks. Shitty predicament to be, and it's all it's never going to be convenient.
Yeah, and on top of it all, it's with everything that happened with my thumb this week. No installs have happened at work, so they're loading up a whole lot for when I get back into town.
Right. So you're going to be.
So then I'm going to be balls to the wall. So it's one of those where then do
probably
I
good that we're probably not doing a show that Thursday.
Yeah. So then it gets to a point where where do I go from there? Like, how do I approach that? Because obviously, if I have the option to go, I'm going to be there.
Well, yeah. I mean, we talked about it off the air. It's not exactly are they going to let me go? It's going to be like, how are they going to react when I go?
But it's also the people pleaser in me. The whole week I've been with not being able to do installs or anything.
Right.
I've just
You don't want to inconvenience them.
The worst part of I don't have any pain with my thumb. I don't have any problems with my thumb. I just can't there's a reason humans rule the world. We have opposable thumbs. So at the end of the day, I was going to be on scaffolding up at the top. I'm up on ladders all day long holding stuff in place. I can't really do that with no grip of my thumb.
Right.
So it gets to a point where I'm not mad that I can't do anything. I'm not mad that I don't have any pain. I'm not frustrated at that part. I'm frustrated because I feel like I'm letting the team down because I can't perform my duties.
Right.
And that's the most frustrating part to me. And I've said that a couple times to the people in the office, and every single time they look at me and they say, "Shut up. Drew, we get it. Accidents happen. You don't have to worry about that." And that's what they're supposed to say.
Right.
But to me, as a people pleaser, in that moment, I feel bad. Genuinely, I feel bad because I'm not working. I'm not helping the cause. I know, I see on a day-to-day basis all the stuff that we have stacking up in the warehouse. And it frustrates me that I can't do anything about it.
It sucks, man. I don't think there's anything quite as
demoralizing as not being able to perform your duties because you know it firsthand.
I was going to say, so which crazy enough, that was on the 1 year anniversary of my knee injury, by the way.
We're wrapping ourselves in bubble wrap next year.
It's insane. Next year, September 19th, Jeffrey, I'm going to let you know right now, stay home. Don't move because that's a plague day for us. That sucks. It is a terrible feeling, and I wouldn't wish it on anybody. That feeling of you're there and you see it happening and you can't do shit. It's the worst. It is just terrible.
Yeah, and it just so happened to be on a week where my bosses were out of town on Monday.
Right.
They came back in Tuesday, Wednesday. I went to work on Tuesday, Wednesday, but I was basically the helper.
These are working bosses, right? So they're already down 2 people in the field.
Yeah. And so then they're gone. They left to go to another trip. They're up in Tuscaloosa right now for their granddaughter's first birthday.
That's cool. Okay.
So they left this morning. So they're gone Thursday and Friday. So then I'm left going, I can't do anything. They left explicit details for me to basically, I cleaned windows today at work. Sprayed, wiped it down.
With one hand?
Yeah. So then I went and got lunch. So it was it's just frustrating knowing that I'm supposed to be installing. Monday I didn't do anything. I sat at home. So it's frustrating.
Yeah, you went in and they kind of sent you home, huh?
Yeah, because I went in and they all looked at me and they're like, "What are you doing? You're not supposed to be here." Sent me home.
It is a horrible feeling. It sucks.
And they're saying all the right things. They're telling me it's okay, don't worry about it. But at the end of the day, it's a future Drew problem because it's putting me further behind. But I know as a business owner, they're not resenting me. They're not mad at me for anything because accidents happen. But it's definitely frustrating for them that this is happening like this. And I get it. And no matter how many times I've told them, it's just rough.
Yeah. That sucks, buddy. I love you.
Love you too. And I didn't understand it when you were going through it because I had never been there.
It's garbage.
But now that I've gone through it, am going through it, it's I see your frustration.
And like there's no fixing it, which I wish people understood sometimes that, like, by the way, we're just like probably part 3 in this thing next week with Danielle in the studio. I wish people understood sometimes that when you go off on these tangents and when you, not tangents necessarily, like when you vent, like today I had, we're not going to get too personal, right? But like, and shout out to everybody that was listening today, but when you call people in, or when you talk to people about something that's kind of going awry or something that's kind of going sour, I think a lot of people lack the know-how to deal with that kind of thing. And what I mean by that, I'm trying to find the right way to put this to not come off as a jackass, but like sometimes I don't want to be told that it's going to be okay. You know what I mean? Because obviously in my head, I know it's going to be okay. Like I just listen. And Parks and Recreation actually brought this up. It's a great show. If anybody's ever watched it, it's hilarious. But Ann Perkins, who is played by Rashida Jones, is pregnant. And her husband, Chris, is just trying to fix her problems the whole time. And she's like, I don't want it to be fixed. I just want you to listen. And basically, like, she just wants him to say the 2 words that she wants to hear, which is like, that sucks. And so that sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing that can be said or done that's going to make you feel better about it. But I will say that, to kind of play the optimist here, it's going to feel good when you get back to it. Like,
and the ironic part of it is that it's happening literally right before my vacation. It's the sucky part, but it's also the good part.
I was going to say,
because I get my stitches out tomorrow.
All right.
So I'm going to be good to go it's still going to be tender, obviously.
Right. You're still going to have to wrap it probably. I mean, you're going to be on an airplane. You don't want to get it infected or anything. Yeah.
But if everything goes well tomorrow, like, I will be just fine. I'm not going to have to worry about, I can go get in water. I can do all the snorkeling that we already had planned. I can do all of the swimming. I can get into the beautiful ocean, the seas that they have over there. So I can still experience the full bit of Greece. The good part of it all is whenever I get back, I've had a week where it's not like I'm getting my stitches out and then the very next day I'm supposed to go back to work. I can kind of ease myself and relearn in the moment of, okay, I can grab stuff. Okay, I can do this. Because right now I have motion. It's been almost a full week of moving it and doing things with it. There's just lack of grip. There's some things hurt it a little bit more. But it's getting to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm feeling pretty good about my healing process. Now it's time to take care. Like I said, I really hope everything looks good once they take the stitches out.
Yeah.
Because once they take the stitches out, that's no holds barred. Like, I think that's where I really see the big jump of everything start healing. Because once it's starting to fuse together like it's supposed to, all will be fine.
And all will be fine. What are we looking like over there, Jeffrey? Anything to shout out or?
One new comment from Frankie.
Yeah.
I like the new setup.
So ironically, it is the same exact setup. And so remember how earlier I had to like switch to me for a second and talk while you fixed your mic? We're going to return the favor. And if you'll go to Drew's going to tell you once again kind of what we did to rearrange all this tonight to make this look better while I fix my stuff here.
So we added, we kind of moved around some cameras. We've got it kind of to make it more a little bit more personal to ourselves as well as everyone at home. We've got a mic and a camera dedicated to Jeffrey. We've got a mic and camera dedicated to me. We've got a mic and camera dedicated to Kyle. So now we can kind of feel more personal to you guys because we're closer. You don't have, as female Danny G said at the beginning of the show, you're not sitting there squinting. You're not sitting there squinting and you're on your TV. You're looking at your TV. You're not squinting just to see us. I know we're not the prettiest people, but hey, some people love us.
I feel like we look good.
I got a great pic of you.
Yeah.
So, but it's still a work in progress. As you guys saw from the one shot, and you'll see here in a little bit from the one shot, there will be some more moving parts that will happen there. I've got some more things that I've got to do in my personal time that once I get the stitches out, then I can be back to full duty on that front. But look forward to what the table has in store for us.
Yeah. There's some big plans moving forward. There's big ideas. How about that? They're not exactly plans yet, but there are some big ideas. There's obviously the plan. That's a plan.
Yeah, I've got some blueprints in mind.
We've got some exciting stuff coming down the pipeline. So.
And we've got future things that are like we said before the show. They're not they're down the road things.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I was alluding to.
Yeah.
Like ideas.
We got down the road plans, but it's making do with what we have, making the best of what we have. And something Kyle and I do well is we bring other people into our circles that know more about different things, because we realize that there are some things that Kyle knows that I'm lacking, and there are some things that I know that Kyle's lacking in, and we pull on each other for that. Like we talked about with Jeffrey last week. I'm drawing from him on a lot of things, and he's drawing from me on a lot of things. And then we bring in Jeffrey, so he's got the mechanical side of it all, the computer side of it.
Nerd.
So, so there are different people that we will be contacting, we will be pulling from, and trying to figure out getting help and in the future. So if you get tapped on the shoulder, please do us the favor and help us out.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're always going to be here. Next week, I'll be here. Danielle Guillory will be sitting where you're at. It'll just be the two of us. I told her, be ready to yap, because we're going to have to yap. So I'm going to look at you, and I'm going to say, just in case, be ready to yap. So we're going to be yapping next week. We're probably just going to do a continuation of this right here. Just the same kind of deal.
That's the fun part of a two-person show, because there are no nights off.
No.
There are no nights where you can be silent.
Some nights, like, I'm looking over at the time, right? Because we've started things, like, since we're doing the podcast now, we started like being like, okay, well, we want to be like an hour is kind of what we're aiming for, and that's coming. So it's weird. Like tonight, nights like tonight, I feel like the hour comes so quick, and then there's been weeks where it's like we could have stopped at 45 minutes. So we are also going to be more knowledgeable of that moving forward. We don't want to drag things out, but we're not going to force ourselves to stop if we're in a good rhythm either.
Yeah.
Which obviously you're going to be gone next week. So, I mean, we can do one more question if you want, or we can call this bad boy and get out of here and go spend time with I know you got some packing to do. I'm sure you've got some stuff to get done.
Well, I'll let Jeffrey make that idea. Let Mr. No Speak talk. Lamo? What did he call it?
Lamau. Mr. Lamau. Put your camera back on. You're going to be on camera.
All right.
There he goes.
Since Drew won't be here, I'm going to skip to this question, but we'll continue on with some of the others.
Oh, Lordy.
Would
Maybe
your
you could think of some more,
19-year-old self be proud of who you are today?
Oh, boy. That's deep. That's deeper than hell.
I'm going to say yes. I'm going to go with yes, because
19-year-old me was like on crack. Like literally. Like
I say yes because of at 29 years old, I've been married for 6, almost 7 years. I own a house. I have a car, have a truck that's fully paid off. Everything's taken care of. I get to do. Obviously, I've been able to do all of what I want. Like, it's gotten to a point where I've been able to play a lot of softball, go places, see things. I'm going to Greece in a couple of days, so I'm not like there. I've been able to do what I want.
Right.
I'm not lacking in a capacity from that standpoint. So, yes, I would say my 19-year-old self would be proud of my 29-year-old self.
Just to kind of play it real, like, first of all, absolutely. Like, if you had gone back and told 19-year-old Kyle, because I 19 and 20 both, really. And I know you're asking that question specifically, Jeffrey, because you are 19 years old. 19 and 20-year-old Kyle was tough. Like, that was a very rough period of my life. So, like, if you had gone back and told, like, hey, when you turn 33, like, this is going to be your life. So I'd absolutely be proud. Now, I thought I'd be, I say, like, you try to put professionally, not personally, because obviously I'm very, like, I'm married. I have an awesome wife. I have 2 incredible kids. I've got great friends. I've got podcasts. I've got stuff going on that I'm very proud of in my life.
Whoa. Friends, there's more of me?
Well, you, Mitchell, and Scott are my brothers, really. I mean, truthfully, like, you guys are, like, the best. Like, honestly, knowing that I would have, I'm going to get freaking I'm going to get freaking teary-eyed talking about that. Like, knowing that I was going to have friends like you guys would have made me, like, just head over heels. Now, on the professional side of things, I did think that by 33, I would, I just to be real, be a little bit more successful. I thought that maybe I'd be at least kind of be a homeowner, which is coming, but it's, so like a little bit disappointed just to play on the real side of it. But I think overall I'd be very proud of and I am proud of where I am today. And I know that, like, in a lot of ways I shouldn't be here, but it just on the professional side of it, like, job wise is kind of what I'm saying with that. Like, like, career wise, like, I think I'd be a little bit disappointed in myself. But we're working on that too. And this on a freaking depressing note. My God.
Well, that's why we always end with gratitude.
That's true. And let's do that, Drew. I'm going to let you close us out tonight because you're not going to be here next week. I know I kind of just threw that on you last minute. So, Jeffrey, what every week, guys, if you haven't watched, or if it's been a while since you've watched, we have started doing something at the end of every episode where we are showing grace for one thing, that whether that's something that's constant in our life or something that has happened within the last week of our life. So, Jeffrey, what are you grateful for this week?
I think I'm grateful that I get to do those football games with you and David
This is
Hayes.
the same thing you said last week. No, you move on. Nuh-uh.
I thought I said that.
You cannot be grateful for the same thing. Do you want me to go so you can?
No, I can. I've said this before, but I definitely am grateful that we get to come in here and do this show, whether it be a 45-minute episode, a 2-hour-long episode, however long the episode is. I'm grateful that I get to come in here and laugh with you guys while, I do the background work and whatnot for all of this.
It's awesome, isn't it?
100%.
I am. I'm grateful for health insurance this week, and I just to do the long story short thing, like, for real, like, I am very thankful that I took a job where I could get benefits, because I haven't had health insurance since 2020 when COVID went down. So it's been over 5 years since I've really, like, taken good care of myself. So very, very grateful that I made a choice to put myself in a position to have health insurance because, there's things going on that I can get fixed. And we might not even know those things are there if we don't have health insurance. So very grateful this week.
I'm grateful to my bosses and to
That's a big one, yeah.
And to everyone who's in the office that works at my job, because as I stated earlier, I feel like I've let you down, but you guys have been nothing but supportive for me and making sure that I'm taken care of. And it wasn't a fact of when I told my bosses I didn't know if I could physically do it. It wasn't, oh, you're going to try, blah, blah, blah. You still have to do it. It was, okay, we're going to figure out a way that you don't have to worry about it.
Yep.
And it came down to it that they still needed me for Tuesday and Wednesday, which I obviously obliged because I was like, at this point, I would have felt so bad knowing that my boss was out installing while I was sitting at home doing nothing.
Yeah.
That would have made it worse. So I at least felt all day I was like moving around stuff, moving bolts of fabric and doing stuff like that. And they were like, Drew, you don't need to grab that. It's too heavy. I'm like, it's just my thumb. I can still pick it up and put it on my shoulder. Like I'm hopeless, not helpless. Come on, leave me alone. And so
hopeless, not helpless. There's the next T-shirt.
So I'm like, I'm grateful to the family that I have at work because it really is a family, and they make sure that everyone's taken care of rather than it's less worrying about the bottom line, more worrying about the journey to get there.
A work family is very important. That was one of the things I was afraid of when I left Angelina's, was that like I'm kind of sacrificing, like, because I had a good work family there, and I'm hoping that I'm trying to create some of those relationships, but you know how a new job is. It's just kind of like trying to find who you feel like, number one, you can trust. Number two, who you can be you around, because like
that
when you're
middle ground,
when you're somebody like me, like you got to be able to be you. So it's weird, it's tough. But sign us off, Drew. You're out of here next week, so I'm gonna say my goodbye, and I'm gonna lean my big ass forward to mute the mics. Jeffrey, put it on that guy.
With all that being said, it was a pleasure being with you tonight. It was a pleasure being with everybody tonight. I'm not going to see you for a week. I'll be back not next week, but the week after. I will be living the hard life over in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I will be living the hard life over in Greece. Pray for me. Think about me. And love you guys. Thanks for having us into your homes. We hope you welcome us again. Thank you. Have a good night.